that's a good spot for me to jump in on it. You know, you started out talking about climbing the mountain and doing it on your own and stuff, and doing that for a long time got me in a lot of, it worked until it didn't work, like we said, you know, being independent and all that. I look at it being lucky enough now that I've been in recovery for a while, so having some of that openness with people. But even then, I was still trying to do everything on my own. It was getting to the point for me where, and this is just recently, and that's why it kind of brought me into, you know, looking for something different, is for me, getting away of substances, there's still a hole, there's still something missing. You know, I thought, you know, anyway, I tried to fix things myself. There's just, I don't know how to describe it. I know you guys understand, there was just something missing. I just didn't feel right. But what allowed me to start looking at it was a change in mentality of, it was okay to be not okay. It was okay to ask for help. You know, I was raised, you don't do, you know, I should say they told me not to ask for help, but I just kind of picked up those cues as a kid and stuff like that. And looking back, it's like, oh, that's why I don't ask for help. That's why I want you guys to think I'm this duck and life is great, you know, and I'm drowning under the water. Because if you guys think I'm good, then that's enough. And it kept me from asking for help and looking and seeking. And, you know, just like Alan was saying, it manifests itself in anger, you know, irritability and controlled by these crazy emotions, you know, go from life is great to, you know, fuck the world and everyone needs to die. And then 5 minutes later, I'm shaking hands at, you know, doing work. It just, there's no emotional balance. And, you know, I guess one of the things I still do real well is that avoidance thing is, you know, I get mad because I get angry because I'm trying to not to get angry. Well, that's not reality. Reality is I'm going to get upset. Things are going to happen. It's learning how to deal with those as they come up and not be driven by those waves of emotion, you know? And it's taking more, you said it's taking more stuff off the plate instead of adding stuff. You know, one of the ways I avoid things, for me at least, is, okay, I want to be more spiritual. Well, I'm going to read every spiritual thing I can see. I'm going to study all the, I'm going to do. And I got to take it away and just start, how do I say this? Just be, I guess that makes sense. Instead of intellectualizing everything, okay, if I read this book, I'll learn this technique. I learn all these techniques, but I never use the techniques, right? If that makes sense, you know? So I like that part where you're saying, sometimes, you know, it's just removing stuff. It's not adding stuff. It's just removing some of those barriers and stuff like that. And being okay with it. And when I'm in those moments, it's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. Yeah. It is uncomfortable not trying to control things. It is uncomfortable just being, what are those emotions? You know, why am I getting angry? Why do I feel like I'm whatever it is? You know, if I don't direct and take control of the situation, then I'm not good enough for something like that.
What are you avoiding that's underneath the anger?
I think it's not feeling good enough, maybe. I think and that's kind of where I go with it when I start trying to think about it.
And what does that feel like? What is the feeling of not feeling good enough feel like?
Oof. Very uncomfortable. I mean, I can feel it in my body right now. I can kind of feel the tension building up and the awkwardness, you know, when you walk into a room the first time and not know anybody, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Wanting to just kind of disappear into the corner or something.
Yeah.
Or walk situation.
Unworthy, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, unworthy. Yeah. And what are you unworthy of, Robert?
I don't know. I don't know. What's popping in my head is just, again, I said just being good enough, I guess, or being okay with who I am. I really don't know.
Are you worthy of just finding the sense of peace and happiness? Is there a wall there?
Maybe so. Yeah. Because that's an uncomfortable place to be for me. When life is going well and I'm just being, that's uncomfortable. It's like I'm searching for the chaos, looking to drop the other shoe.
We all have that. We all feel like we're unworthy of love. We're unworthy of finally landing and being comfortable in our own skin.
Mm.
We're unworthy of just feeling okay, because we've lived this life where we're reinforced that we're worthy, and if you do this, if you do this, if you do this, specifically you do this and you do this. But you're not just worthy without those things. You're not just inherently worthy. And that's what we're talking about here. That's the difference between being depressed, between feeling like you're out of sorts and whatnot, is finding that inherent worthiness, this inherent love for yourself, this inherent, I'm okay. And that's what flips in this process. I went from being depressed and feeling unworthy and like, I'll never be able to do this. How am I going to do this? To just utterly meeting that breakdown, meeting the unworthiness, and discovering that the only thing that passed through that hurricane was the part of me that was worthy. The part that's always worthy. It's weird. It's weird because once you discover that part, you see that all parts of you are worthy. All of the flaws are worthy. All of the, all of our skin and muscle and body and our egos are worthy too. Our flawed, very much egos are worthy. But it does help to find that one piece. That's a big one.
Well, I think part of it is forgiving myself.
Yeah.
For situations and things and I just feel like always when I'm trying to be aware and just be okay, it's like I'm putting up a fake facade. It's like I'm lying because underneath I'm this angry, and that's the story I tell myself. Underneath I'm this angry person who's done this and I don't deserve, and there's the word, I don't deserve this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Be that. Let's welcome here, Robert. It's okay to be feeling like you don't deserve. Number one, that's okay. It's okay to feel that. And it's okay to feel the anger because you don't feel like you're deserving of it. And it's okay for all that just to explode in nonsense messiness. It's okay to feel not okay. Because what's noticing all of it is paradoxically okay. But you do have to meet that nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
You do. And I'm not bullshitting you when I say nuclear bomb. I mean, I went through it basically about 3 times. Where you go, I'd rather have the nuclear bomb than continue to feel unworthy.
Yeah.
I'm tired of feeling unworthy. God damn it. I'm tired of that. And I'm angry about it. And it's affecting my whole life. I'm tired of that shit. I will take the bomb. Give me the bomb. When you arrive to that point, that's when this shit flips. That's when ego takes steps back and awareness steps forward. And that's happened to me. And that's when I was like, oh, well, fuck. Depression gone. Thank you. So there's a paradoxical kind of like quality, like where we don't indulge, Amy. I want to address you here too. So we're not indulging in these emotions, but we're using them as fuel for the fire to move forward. Where we're kind of like, in a wise way, we're strategically using our own anger to say, fuck that.
Yeah.
And in many ways, you read my book, that's a hurdle that you have to get through. It's because I'm advocating and I'm welcoming you to be angry a little bit, because there's a certain amount of anger when I use that many when I use that many curse words, I'm angry at something. I'm angry at limitation. I'm angry at the state of the world. I'm angry at unhappiness. I'm angry at depression. And I'm going to fucking speak that, because I do think that there's, if channeled in the right way, channeled in a wise way, and channeled in a loving way, that anger and that energy can be utilized to allow you to make that decision, to meet the nuclear bomb of your own being.
I have to be a little uncomfortable to want to change. Otherwise, I just same old, same old. And so you're exactly using that uncomfortableness to finally just say, enough of this shit.
Yeah.
I need something different. And I know of myself, I can't do it by myself. That was lessons learned for a lot of years. And so, okay, it's okay, Rob, to ask for help. It's okay to kind of expose yourself out there and let people know you're not this perfect Facebook house, you know, you're not this perfect person.
Yeah.
And which they saw anyways, but I was just trying to at least tell myself I was okay, you know.
Yeah, it's a paradox. It really is. It's like this. You just don't feel okay. You feel unworthy. You feel like you're lost or whatever, and you're kind of ashamed of that. But then if you let that cat out of the bag, there's great worthiness in doing that, you know. But you can only, you see, to the rest of the world, which is asleep in doing that, you aren't going to do that at the grocery store. If you go to AA meeting or you do that here, that's like fist bump, my friend.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all fucked up and broken here. We're all fucked up and broken. And because you've just said and admitted to the fact that you're fucked up and broken, well, goddamn, you're not fucked up and broken here in this club. That means you're actually quite okay. You're quite sane.
Yes.
To say that you're the only sane one in the room. The problem is when you get out in the rest of the world and all the insanity, everyone else is insane, and because everyone is insane, it all normalizes itself. And you're the one, it seems like, that's insane, but it's actually the opposite. So it just takes some gentle, yes. You gotta like be okay with that, where like you